Hakan Fidan explained Erdogan's instructions for Syria. Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, who made statements regarding the developments in Syria, said for the new administration in Damascus, "We were in the cabinet yesterday. Our president gave instructions for Turkey to mobilize aid. Now, first of all, the government needs to be formed." Minister Fidan's statements are as follows. Of course, the airport was not working that day because the plane was not available. Maybe it started working recently. We had to go by road. From Hatay, from the moment we crossed the border, the Idlib side was good anyway. We had previously gone to Idlib, a place we came from, but then to Hama, Homs, and Damascus. We did not go through Aleppo. Through Hama, Homs, and there was continuous destruction until we reached the outskirts of Damascus. It is as if it came out of an earthquake like before. In fact, on the other hand, you see how cruel and merciless the regime is towards its own people. There are conflicting forces in one place and civilians in the place where they are. Without any discrimination, bombing it with artillery fire, or dropping barrel bombs, or bombing it with the Air Force, destroying it. Of course, a great example of ruthlessness. Meeting with Shara. Our meeting lasted a long time. We discussed all kinds of issues. Frankly, what should be done in Syria from now on? How should it be done? What are his own views on this issue? What kind of process management does he have in mind? What are Turkey's recommendations on this issue? And actually, before I went there, I had an intense marathon, a diplomatic marathon with the international community that lasted about 10 to 11 days with the foreign ministers. We got together with the foreign ministers, the Arab world, the Western world. We had a thesis that we put forward. That is, let us, the new administration in Damascus, first decide among ourselves what we want without judging in any way, our universal demands. Then let's go and say that we, as the international community, want to see this from you. This is our recommendation. They are already known. 4 to 5 articles are the articles we have put forward, both Westerners and Easterners. Everyone said yes to this. In other words, Syria should cease to be a threat to its neighbors. It should not be an area that gives place to terrorism, especially ISIS and PKK. It should provide security for the lives, properties, and lives of minorities. They should not be subject to ill treatment. The integrity of the country's territorial unity should be protected. And we had articles of this kind when the first crisis broke out. Everyone was surprised. What kind of a political language will be used? What will be done? In other words, there is a new administration here. In other words, how will they act against them? A discourse had to be created here. As Turkey, we put forward and offered a discourse that everyone would accept, that was actually valid in conscience, reason, and law, to the actors. Everyone accepted this, and we took the discourse that was formed around this. We took it to Damascus. We explained these to Sharia. In other words, both the Arabs and Muslims in the region, Turkey, and the international community expect this from you. He said, I agree with this. I have nothing to do with it. I have no objection.